Welcome back, everybody. A little bit different episode for you today. As you guys can see, I'm not in the garage right now. We are currently going through a really big storm, and when I went out to record, the audio just absolutely terrible because of the rain hitting the metal roof. So I decided that I was going to do this one inside the trailer today, and we'll walk you through the week because we had an amazing week this week. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff great in the business. Business is great. This week we had our #1 individual sale in history of me selling on eBay. So obviously it's going to be #1. That's a pretty exciting thing. My parents are in the middle of the move, so I've been helping them quite a bit. That's been taking up a lot of time. College has taken up a lot of time. So without further ado, let's just go ahead, jump into the numbers, jump into the top 10, talk about things going on this week. All right, this week we had a gross sales week of $1,546, which was a net sales of $995. Still, this is obviously the best sales week I've ever had, but I was really sad that I was $5 short of hitting that $1,000 net profit sales week. As you can see, the week was very steady right along the way, and then Wednesday hit, and we had a giant sale this week where Wednesday was our biggest day for $888 for gross, $654.16 for net, and then the weekend has been a pretty solid weekend all the way through. Just had the one item that really blew up the week and made it great. So our average gross per sales this week was $39.60. Our average net per sale was $25.50. Our net profit margin for the week per percent, and our average net profit margin per sale was 9. Top 10 sources by return this week. Again, my parents are moving, and they've been married for close to 50 years, and they have a 50 years worth of stuff accumulated, and they're downsizing. They're going from a bigger house to a smaller house. So they're wanting to get rid of a lot of stuff, which is a great windfall for me. I'm getting a lot of stuff to sell on eBay. It's just a lot of stuff right now. Like, the garage is packed with inventory, which is a great problem to have. But with getting a lot of stuff donated is obviously taking the top spot this week. Sunglasses holding strong at #2, Goodwill at #3, remotes #4, and then a mixture of thrift stores from there on out. But the donated is pretty much not by one complete item, and see it later on. It's a good one. All right, this week it says I spent $0 on inventory. That is correct because I've been helping my parents, and I've been getting a ton of inventory from my parents as they're downsizing. Cost of goods sold this week, $77.41. I paid eBay a total of $207 in marketplace, and I paid parcel services $251 in shipping. I continued on my goal of 8 a day for 56 of the week. We had a total sales of 42 sales this week. So even besides that one giant sale item, it's been a phenomenal sales week. And as you can even see on Friday, we had 16 sales in one day on Friday, which was phenomenal. I will say one of the big parts of it was 6 of those items went to one person in Alaska. They bought a bunch of sunglasses and they bought medical tape from me. So if that person is a watcher, thank you very much for those 6 sales. But yeah, 42 for the week is phenomenal for me. Average time to list something in my store this week, 1 month. Average time to sell something in my store this week, 5 months. We had a 475% return on investment, and we had a 655% average return on investment. Jumping right into the top 10. Number 10 is this chap shirts, men's medium, white with pink flamingo all over print. I picked this up at a local Goodwill, $3.09. It sold on eBay for $22.95. That was $60 for the shirt, $6.95 for the shipping. Actual cost to ship this item was $4.44. Provided me a net return of $11.77, which was a return of investment of 381% and a 51% net profit margin. Number 9, sale of the week is this Under Armour men's 2XL Heat Golf Polo in yellow. I picked this shirt up at a local Goodwill for $2.58. It sold on eBay for $23 even. That was $16 for the shirt, $7 for the shipping. Actual cost to ship, $5.21. That provided me a net return of $12, which was a 465% and a 50% net profit margin. Number 8 sale of the week is this new with tags Wrangler men's 3630 rugged utility pants. I picked these pants up for $2.74 at a local on eBay for $27. That was $15 pants, $12.30. Actual cost to ship the item was $8. That provided me a net return of $12. cents, which at a 45% net profit. And the number 7 sale of the week, as you guys know, baseball gloves are one of my favorite things to sell, and I sold this Franklin right-handed Pro Series leather baseball glove. I picked this glove up for $2.80 at a local Goodwill. It's on eBay for $29.25. That was $20 for the glove, $9.25 for the shipping. Actual cost to ship this item was $6.57. That provided me a net return of $50.50, a $560 return on investment, and a 50% net profit. Number 6 sale of the week is this year's edition, Geometry, Concept and Skills. I picked this book up for $2.58 at a local Goodwill. It's sold on eBay, $32.60. That's $24.98 book, $7.60. The actual cost of shipping, $7. That provided me a net return of $16.77, a $650 and a 51% net profit. And the number 5 sale of the week is OEM GRM A620 JBE remote control. I picked this remote control up for 76 cents on eBay. It sold on eBay for $29.63. That was $23.98 for the remote control, $5.65 for the shipping. Actual cost to ship the item was $4.50. Provided me a net return of $20.72, a 2,726% return on investment, and a 70% net profit margin. With remote controls, and this is a great example of remote, whenever you come across an air conditioning or a fan or a heater remote control, I have done really well with those 3 things. Like, obviously, people buy like portable air conditioners, and they come with remotes. Remotes break or they lose them, and the only place you can get a replacement for those are on eBay. So the markup on air conditioning, heater, and fan remotes are really, really good. So that's one thing I would strongly recommend keeping an eye out. Number 4 sale of the week is this new with tags Perry Ellis men's extra large travel luxe shirt. I picked this shirt up for $3.11. It's sold on eBay for $33.18. That's $26.98 for the shirt, $6.20 for the shipping. The actual cost to ship the item was $4.50. That provided me a net return of $21, a 680% return on investment, and a 64% net profit. Number 3 sale of the week is this vintage Rawlings RBG 36B 12-inch Jose Canseco right-handed throwing baseball. I picked this glove up for $3.80 at a local St. Vincent de Paul's. It sold on eBay for $37.60. That was $26.98 for the glove, $10.65 for the shipping. Actual cost to ship the item was $6.30. That provided me a net return of $20.81, 574 return on investment, and a 58% net profit. And the number 2 sale of the week are these by jeans, men's 38 by 34, 550 relaxed baggy fit. I picked these jeans up for $3.11 at a local Goodwill. They sold on eBay for $42.10, $29 for the $13.10. Actual cost to ship the item was $7.30. That provided me a net return of $26.40, 850% return on investment, and a 60% net profit. And here it is, the big boy, the number 1 sale of the week. This vintage 1940s Pepsi Cola syrup dispenser, a multiplex Kresge store soda fountain. All right, story time for everybody. So my mother, we all love here, and is a wonderful woman. My mother worked for Kresge's. Those who don't know what Kresge's is, 5 and dime like Woolworths, and Kresge owned Kresge's 5 and dimes is the K in Kmart. My mother, in the 80s, all through the 80s, worked at the Kresge lunch counter in our local small town, which had this Pepsi Cola display. When Kresge came in and opened a Kmart in town, my mother went to work at the Kmart when they closed down the Kresge's. They closed the Kresge's and then opened up a Kmart. My mom got to keep the Pepsi machine from the old Kresge store, and my mom has been carrying this Pepsi machine around for 40 years, from state moves to Florida and back. This thing has traveled all over. Now my parents are downsizing. They just want it out of their house. It's a big and bulky machine. It is super heavy, and they gave it to me. I listed it, and it sold in 21 days for $800. $700 for the soda machine, $100 for the shipping. Actual cost to ship this item was $80.79, which provided me a net return of $622.57. Obviously, I got this item for free, so it's an infinite return on investment, and it was a 78% net profit margin. Obviously, this is a gem of a find. Don't come along every day, but when they come along, it's great. All right, and that concludes our top 10 sales. It has been a banger week for me as far as volume of sales, finance, like the actual money of sales, as you guys saw. The business side is going really good. Last week I did forget to go over the YouTube numbers for May, and I did that specifically, even though it was the first month, because on the weekends YouTube doesn't update the final days until the weekday hits. So I wanted to wait for this week to put out the monthly YouTube numbers, and this month was the best month I've had on YouTube so far. I know this is going to sound really dumb to a lot of people, but for me, I had $92 made off YouTube this month, which is phenomenal. In order to get paid out from YouTube, you have to, your piggy bank has to have $100 or more. I did get paid out last month, and after I got paid out, I still had like $9 in my piggy bank. So after the month of May, I actually broke 100 again. Normally, it takes me like 3 months to get a build up for a cash out, and this was the first time ever I'm going to get paid back-to-back months, which doesn't happen without all of you. Thank you so much. And to get there, we had 7,300 views, we had 1,100 watch hours, and we got 217 brand new subscribers. So for all those who's joined us in the last month, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, following, and supporting me along this journey. I truly appreciate it. This has been a wild ride, and to actually think that YouTube is viable income, another income, phenomenal. I always look at YouTube as my gas money, and this is 3 tanks of gas for me. And I do not take it lightly. I truly appreciate it, and I think it's. And thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. This is also the part of the show where I like to shout out all the paid members of the channel. We currently have 5 paid members on the channel, and I just want to go out and give a quick thank you to Hair Gang, Flipping Llama, I'm Just Key, Lone Star Mulligan, and Coins Making Sense. And everybody, with the exception of Flipping Llama, all have YouTube channels and put out their own content, and they're all great content creators. And if you love the eBay space, make sure you go check them out. That's Repair Gang, I'm Just Key, Lone Star Mulligan, and Coins Making Sense. All of them great channels, all of them friends of the channels. I truly appreciate their support. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this journey. I appreciate it. School this week has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm coming in the second half of this semester. I did find out last week after putting out the YouTube video, I got notified Sunday night that I once again made the honor roll and president's lists for last semester, which is great. I don't think I'm going to make it this semester because I got 2 B- on a project in one of my classes, so probably out the door for this semester, but it was fun while it lasted. Back-to-back president's lists and 5-time honor roll. Yeah, it's going really good. I'm really loving my web design classes, like learning HTML coding and building websites. It's super interesting. I'm super involved in it, and I never thought that would be something that I would be interested in, but it's really taking off, and I like designing websites. So it's a fun thing to learn. Again, the big thing that's going on in my life right now is helping my parents move, and as a result of helping my parents move, the influx of inventory I have. Like I said, my garage is an absolute disaster. Just boxes, stuff everywhere. Again, I'm not complaining. This great problem to have as an eBay reseller is having too much stuff to sell. The problem with it, and like the one thing that's hard about this job to explain to other people, is it's great to get free inventory, but if you don't have a place to store it, and after you list it to, have it tucked away, easily accessible to where once it does sell, pick it up, package it up, and ship it. So right now, like the big thing for me is I'm just trying to work out the logistics, and I'm trying to rearrange my garage space that I do have for the business in order to fit everything in. And right now, it just kind of looks like a bomb went off in there. And that's not the reason I'm not filming in the garage. Like, I have no problem you guys seeing boxes piled up everywhere of different stuff. But with this inventory I'm getting from my parents, it's a lot of stuff that I normally don't sell. A lot of glassware, a lot of like collectibles, a lot of holiday stuff. My mom is big on like decorating for holidays. A lot of holiday items. A lot of my childhood stuff, a lot of childhood stuff that my mom's just hung on to, for me and my brother. I do have my high school senior picture that she gave me. Next week, if we're back in the garage, I will show you guys my high school picture. All look like as a bleach blonde with hair, back when he was much younger than he is today. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week. It's been super busy. I've been having a great time. It's like I said, I can't complain because everything's going so good, but like having all that inventory, like there's like this anxiety inside of me that's like, oh man, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do all this? It almost like seems like it's like not accomplishable to get this all done, but you know, it's just keep your head down, keep plugging away at it, taking pictures, keep listing. And eventually it'll all be listed, it'll all be stored away, and eventually it'll all sell. I'm expecting a lot of this stuff to sell like crazy because my parents have had a lot of good stuff that they're wanting to get rid of. A lot of clothes too. A lot of my parents' clothes that they're getting rid of. So I don't think I have to go sourcing for quite a while. This might have ended my rummage sale and thrift store season for a couple weeks, just trying to get everything listed. And yeah, like again, great problem to have. I'm just curious, do you guys ever have that where you feel like you have so much inventory where like your death pile's so big that you just feel like, oh man, I'm never going to be able to get to all this. And then it's like, do I stop sourcing? What do I do? How do I work this? It's always a constant struggle for me as a seller of like, even though I have a solid death pile, it's like, I always need more. And then when I get more, it's like, oh geez, I got way too much stuff right now. And I don't know how I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. So yeah, I'm just curious if you guys ever go through those anxiety feelings or just, you know, feelings of like, it's overwhelming. I'm going to figure this out. But yeah, sound off in the comments. I'd love to hear. If you're new here and you enjoyed this content, please press the subscribe button because it helps me out. The algorithm, video a like if you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's all I got for the week, guys. Again, it's storming here right now. I'm just going to try to get prepared. I might get a jump start on my college work for the week so I can be ahead on that. And I'm trying to keep my business, my listings ahead for a couple days with having to help my parents. So it's not a thing I have to keep rushing through back and forth. It's been a lot of work and, you know, it's what we do. It's what we do to get by. It's what we do to make money and pay our bills. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope all of you had a great week. I hope all of you have a great week to come. And remember, no matter what happens, I will see you guys next Sunday. Have a great weekend.